you're related to me and some of you aren't. Okay? You're related to me. I'm nice. Okay? You know me? Alright, well, I teach martial arts. I teach racing jiu-jitsu. I teach Krav Maga. Now, those are really weird words, huh? Racing.
Hey, Nana.
Leverage over strength.
You want a chair? I can find you a chair.
I'm all right.
Sorry, he's making me.
Yeah.
Where's Maddie? She's at home.
Krav Maga is an Israeli style self-defense. They're seriously trying to hurt you. Okay? So, I'm here to talk to you guys a little bit about how to deal with bullies. Bullies are never going to go anywhere. They're always going to be there. They're always going to run around. And bullies are just part of the scenery. You got no bully? Anybody knows them? Don't tell me your name. I don't know them. I don't want to know them, okay? I don't like bullying. So don't tell me your name. Have you know one? Alright? How many y'all expecting to see one or two in school when you get to school? Exactly. So here's the deal. I'm going to show you guys a couple of tips on how. First thing, okay? First thing you want to learn how to do is called be a buddy, not a bully. Okay? The very first thing you want to do is if you see a kid sitting by himself, okay, not doing anything, you know, everybody's kind of not paying attention to him, you need to be the first person to walk up to that kid and introduce yourself and try to be a friend of that bully, or to that kid, not a bully. But see, when kids are isolated like that, a lot of times they become bullies because they don't have friends. And they don't know how to make friends, so a lot of times they lash out with bad behavior, right? Everybody understand that? So if you can break the ice and you can start out with saying, hey, my name is, what's your name? And then you can make a friend instead of having to worry about them being a bully. That's the first line of defense. But you know, sometimes bullies just exist and there's nothing you can do about it. You can be as nice as you want to be and somebody is still mean to you. Has that ever happened? Yeah? Has that ever happened? Yeah. Well, here's how you deal with that. First of all,
Yeah. Oh, Sophie and Maddie.
you say rules of engagement. If anybody is ever physically mean to you, like physically, they try to push you, they try to hit you, they try to beat you, whatever, you know, anything that's physically mean, you do not have to ask permission to defend yourself. Okay? You have a right to protect yourself. Does that go? Okay, so you don't have to go and tell or anything like that. You just protect yourself. Walk in. Right? Do what you have to do to defend yourself. And if you don't know how, I can help you with some of that. Right? I know how to do some cool stuff, and I can show you that. I don't like to show a whole lot of it in public, because I like to share with you and your mom and your dad so you can see what we do for real. And I have my son here and maybe do some cool stuff with us. Okay? Maybe my mom. I don't know. We'll see. Okay? She's kind of tired. But, check it out. The next step, I'm going to show you how. Okay? I want to show you how to deal with a bully that's social bullying or verbally bullying. That's the most common. Did you know that? Physical bullying is not the most common form of bullying. Most people don't hit or punch just out of the blue. Most of the time, they call you names, right? Anybody? Is that usually what it is? Okay, so if I call, let's see, what's your name, man? Yes. Passy. If I called you a truck, would you go home tonight and hang out in the garage and drink gasoline and hang out just like I'm a truck? Would you do that? So why do we get upset when somebody calls us a bad name and we're not that? We get upset, right? The reason we're upset is because we don't want that person to not like us. Okay? That's really the deep down reason. That person obviously doesn't like you and it's offensive to you, obviously, right? Somebody says you're a bad name. Or they call you something like, you know, you're a cantaloupe head. You're like, oh, you bet a cantaloupe head? Jeez. Anyway, if somebody calls you a name, if you allow that name to bother you, then they beat you. If they call you a truck, you know he's right, I am a truck. You get mad. You ever get mad because somebody called your name? You ever cried because somebody called your name? Right. But were you what they called you? No. And so we got to learn how to deal with that. So we're going to combat some what we call social bullying. Okay? Social bullying and verbal bullying. First thing is this. If somebody ever says something to you that you don't like, they call you a name, You guys ready? Watch, look, and listen. Okay? Watch, look, and listen. Check this out. They call you a name. You don't like it? I'm going to show you a quick technique. It's called talk. Say talk. First of all, you got to learn to use your own voice. I've got a big mouth. You notice that? Yep. I don't need a microphone because I can talk. Okay, sometimes you need to go, hey, I wouldn't talk to you like that. Don't you ever talk to me like that. I would never speak to you like that. A lot of times when you talk back to a bully like that, that's it. It's over. Because they go, oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second.
Did she think he was for real?
Did
Did she think he was for real?
Did you hear what I said? Okay? I said, I wouldn't talk to you like that. You should never talk to me like that. Don't do that. See what happened? I showed the bully respect first. Okay? How are you, sir? Okay? So I showed the bully respect. Even though he may not deserve it. I say, I wouldn't talk to you like that. Don't talk to me like that. That makes sense? Can you get started doing this again? I can't hear you. Yes, sir! I can't hear you. Yes, sir! Much better. Now, check it out. Next phase. You say the talk phase as many times as you need to say it. Okay? You say, hey, I'm tired of it. Don't you ever talk to me like that. I would never talk to you like that. You say it as often as you have to. Okay? And when you're sick of that, then you got to go to the next phase. The next phase is what we call tell. Say tell. That's not loud enough. You gotta know how to tell. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I got a bridge. I got a technique that bridges talking or telling. Anybody ever told on somebody? Anybody? You needed to. You didn't just tattletale. You told on because something was really bad. Okay? Did it work? Did it work? Most of the time it doesn't work, right? Most of the time the teacher looks at you and goes, you're just tattletaling. Or they don't have enough evidence, right? To prove what you said. It's your word against theirs. Have you ever had that? He's picking on me. Yeah, whatever. That ever happened? You guys have brothers and sisters, so I know that's true, right? I know that's true. Right? So check it out. Here's a little tip. If you want to make sure a teacher or a parent or some other person in charge wants to believe you, you want them to believe you, you go get that person and you say, hey, I want to tell them something and I just want you to listen. So I would walk over to Sophie and say, Sophie, you're a teacher, so you go over here, I'm going to tell Jackson something. And I want that teacher standing next to me and say, hey, I already told you, leave me alone, stop bothering me, I would never talk to you like that, and I really rather want you to leave me alone. And I just look at the teacher and go, thank you. You didn't tell on him, did you? Did I tell on him? Say, no. I didn't hear you. No is the answer, right? Because I didn't tell on him. But the teacher knows now that I didn't lie, that I didn't just make something up. The next time that person bullies me, then I go over to the teacher and I go, hey, you know the other day, Miss Sophie, I asked you to listen in on what I had to say about that? Yeah, it didn't work. Is there something you can do to help me? Now we're in the tell phase. Now I did tell. But do you think that teacher's going to be more apt to help me now? Because I have credibility. Can you say credibility? Credibility means they trust you because you can go over there and yell at him and cry and throw a fit or make up something. You told the truth, right? Yes, did it. So now, how many times do we tell? As often as you feel comfortable. So you got to tell the teacher when you're in school. If the teacher's not doing the job, you got to make sure you go home and tell mom and dad. Mom and dad involved. When mom and dad get involved, make sure you get the principal involved. And you go as high as you got to go. Superintendent, whatever. Take it all the way to the top until something happens. Okay? And if something doesn't happen, now we got to go to the last phase. The last phase. And I'm almost done. Okay? Right? The last phase is called, say it with me. Ready? Tackle! Tackle! Yeah, tackle phase is different. Anybody Star Wars fan? Anybody Star Wars fan? Sit up so I can see your eyes. Sit up. So I believe you're listening. You're a Star Wars fan? Favorite character, quick. Alright, you're rocking. Alright. So check it out. How do y'all remember this phase? Have you ever seen Star Wars at the very beginning? The very first one? He says, these are not the droids you're looking for. You guys remember that? You guys remember that part? That's called the Jedi mind trick. You know what that is? You guys know the Jedi, you know? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I play Lego with him all the time. It's cool. Lego Star Wars. Okay? So check it out. When the bully is about, we're in this position where we're needing to go to the tackle phase, I have to tackle his mind. You only go back tell. Can you remember that? You guys remember that?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay, so you can't tackle until you finish telling. So when you go to tackle, you have to look at the bully straight in the face and go, hey, are you challenging me to a fight? He's only got 2 answers, doesn't he? What on it? Yeah, you're listening. All right. Captain America, pay attention. Okay? So, yes or no. That's the only 2 answers. If he goes, no, I am not challenging you to a fight, then stop wasting my time and leave me alone. Can you say that? Say it loud, say it loud, say it loud. Oh! Is that too loud? Good, that's what it's supposed to be. You want to get him to leave you alone, right? So when you say that, you can just back up and walk away because he's no longer being bullied. Because now, you make him understand you're not going to take it, right? But what if he says, yeah, matter of fact, I do want to fight you. Now you got to be ready to defend yourself, okay? Now remember in the very beginning I said if somebody actually tries to hurt you, you don't have to have permission to defend yourself. You just do it. Now we're in that situation again. If he tries to do something, you actually protect yourself. You understand? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you don't know what to do, you need to learn how to do it. You need to have someone to show you some self-defense or sign you up for some classes somewhere. If that's the case, if you're interested, I do that. There's other places to do it too. If you're interested, I'm pretty good at what I do. Okay? You can come and find out. Okay? But tackling mentally is the first thing. Come on, say it. Challenge me. But you notice I didn't say, you want to fight? I didn't say that. Because then that makes me fight the bully. Right? If I use the word hard, then that leaves me out of the equation. It's all on him or her. Because girls are bullies too. Right? So check that out. Now the last thing I want you to understand, okay, is no point in this series talk, tell, tackle, are you to skip a step. You can't skip a step. You got to go to talk first. You have to use your voice to tell the bully to leave you alone. The second one is you have to tell on the bully to get him to stop. To get him to stop. You want to do it with no violence. No one should get hurt. No one should get beat up. I don't want a bully to get punched in the face. You know why? You know why though? Because he's a kid too. Right? He just gets to learn better manners, right? That makes sense? No sense in beating him up unless it's absolutely necessary. Okay? So the last and final step is the tackle, and the only ultimate tackle is this. If you react, put your glasses up. Okay? So watch, turn face this way. Okay? So Jack, you remember take down the giant? You remember the attack?